Conversation Explorer is a web app I made which lets you search through your Claude conversation history. So on the landing page here, for example, we immediately get greeted with conversations from this date last year, which already sort of emphasizes the exploration aspect by showing you conversations that you might have forgotten about, but which you might want to rediscover. So that's like a sort of preview, but you can also load the rest of the conversations down here. And then you get the full list, which are initially actually sorted by message count instead of chronologically, which would be the default on AI chat apps. And I think it's actually quite interesting as well to see sort of what your which of your conversations have the most messages. And then the next feature is this search box over here. So by default, this is just regular full text search. So if we type in web development, for example, I just get all my messages here where I said something about web development, plain and simple. And then we can also enable semantic search, which, as it says right here, helps you find messages by meaning and not just exact words. And this is actually based on vector embeddings. So if we type in, for example, web dev versus game dev, we can see these scores here, and the most semantically similar message to my query is when I said game dev is so much harder than web dev, which I really do believe is true. So next up we have clusters as well. These are also based on embeddings. And so we have some statistics here. So basically these are just conversations grouped together by semantic meaning, essentially. And in this case, we have 529 of them from 3,144 conversations. And about half of all conversations were able to be assigned to a cluster. And we used this Alibaba embedding model here. So if we click into a cluster, we can basically see that it is about implementing vehicle physics in Godot. So basically what I showed off in an earlier demo, I think two videos ago about Revengers racing. And if we click into the first conversation here, you can of course read through the plain text. But what you can also do is we have a little drop down here with similar conversations. So if you expand this one, you get basically the same sort of semantic search from earlier, but this time it's going to be on a per conversation level, essentially, instead of per message, like we saw earlier. And I think this is pretty cool as well, and sort of analogous to the projects that you have on Claude or ChatGPT, except that this one is actually automatic. So you don't even need to like think about manually assigning conversations to every project, since it's just, done for you automatically, which is quite nice. And another feature that we have here are these tags as well. So in this case we have Godot engine, physics and engineering, game design, and so on. And these are assigned automatically by an LLM. So if I wanted to see all my conversations which are about the Godot engine, I could just once again click into this. And then we can see that there are 64 conversations that have been found which have this Godot engine tag. And most of these articles are, of course, accompanied by the game development tag as well, but we also have some other ones down here which are about productivity, for example. So there's quite a lot of variants, and these are roughly color-coded as well by like the overarching category. And if you want to see all the tags, you can do that here as well. So in this case, we have 122 unique tags across the same 3,000 conversations. And it also says right here that these tags were generated or assigned rather with the OpenAI GPT OSS 120B model. And then you just have a full list of all the tags down here that you can just click into and explore however you want. So if we go back to all conversations, we can also bookmark a conversation here, which by itself is not particularly special. But if we actually go into the bookmarks here, let me just remove this one since it's not super relevant. Yeah, then you can basically see a list here, and you also have this nice feature, bulk summarization. So you can select the conversations that you want to summarize. In this case, I just have already pre-selected conversations which are about this very project, in fact, very meta. So we can just come over here, select all of these, and then hit generate summary. This usually takes about like 5 seconds with the 20,000 or so words that we have here. And then we can see it generated the summary successfully, 17,000 word processed. Visit the summaries page to view it. So let's do that. And then we can see that we have this one summary over here, which we just generated. It shows you the conversations that we included in it. And then we can go down here, and then it gives you basically this overview. The conversation chain revolves around building a tool for managing, searching, and analyzing large histories of LLM, blah, 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 conversations. Yeah, so basically that's this project. So if I wanted to give an AI chatbot context about what this project is and like the whole build process and so on, I could simply hit copy to clipboard over here and then paste this in however I want, with the caveat, or like the benefit, I guess, that I actually have full control over what actually goes into it. So it's basically an alternative to the regular AI memory systems, which are very like AI agent driven, where it runs queries. This is like sort of flips the whole dynamic that you really, as the user, are in full control of the context. Yeah, so this project has really already helped me a lot. I use it quite often to just do a lot of exploration. I've had a lot of fun with it. And if you want to try this out for yourself, there is a GitHub link in the description with instructions for how you can get this up and running. And yeah, I hope this may help some of you. And